the woodshed this morning, having a bit of coffee. It's a bit on the warm side. We're having our second summer here in Louisiana. That's supposed to end tomorrow. The cold front's supposed to come through. It's in the middle of the late 80s right now, which is uncommon for October, but that's just the way it is. I've been using poplar wood for most of my instruments, and I like poplar. Like I said before, I know the only disadvantage I ever seen the poplar wood is that it's strong enough to hold and hard enough to hold zither pins without slipping, unlike pine. But sometimes it has a greenish hue to it. But I usually get around that by putting a natural color on it and then putting a light coat of a darker one, like either walnut or gunstock, to give it a more brownish hue to it, which pretty much covers that up. But I went to I lived in Texas for 6 years, and my wife was working. And I used to go to a place called Clark's Lumber Yard. If you're around Houston area and you're into woodworking and you ain't never been there, you need to go, because that place was fantastic. They had like a certain section where whatever was cut over left of wood, they had like little anywhere from 2 to 4 foot to 6 foot boards of all type, from Purple Heart, you name it, to zebra wood, all kind of stuff. Really nice place. But I went to a local place here around where I live, Acadian, cypress, and hardwood, and I was really impressed with their selection. They had a good variety of hardwoods, some exotic stuff, and I was really happy with the prices on it. But I got me some cherry wood, beautiful cherry wood, the way the grains are and stuff on it, and I got the 4/4 thickness. I got 1x6s and I think 1x8 I got. But I tell you what, I'm really happy with it. I'm really very excited to see what I can make with it. I've already started one of my travel lyres in the cherry, and it's more difficult to cut for sure. It's definitely a harder wood than poplar, but it's going to be pretty when it's done. I love the way cherry looks. I just wish it was a little darker cherry, but all they had was a light color one. Very cool. Been working in the shop, ready for the next week's supposed to be in the morning. It's supposed to be in the 40s, and the nights is the highest, supposed to be get up to like the 50s and 60s, which could be nice. Which means at nighttime I can put on my projector and put in like old sword and sorcery B movie, like Deathstalker or something, and work at night. Here's another travel lyre I've almost finished. I've already got it treated and stained and got it sealed. All I'm gonna do now is string it. I made a walnut bridge. Pretty walnut bridge. I love walnut. The walnut makes really good bridges. It's hardwood. It's to me, I like it. It's easy to work. I think I'm gonna start making a couple of bridges out of cherry though, and see how that turns out. I like poplar, but poplar the string can cut in poplar if people are like a real crazy heavy strummer. And get them people that I've seen people play lyres and they're like like it's a guitar, and I'm like, that's not how you strum a lyre. A lyre is really light strokes, And I'm like, but I've seen people get down on them and then complain because the bridge starts buzzing. Well, I'm like, well, yeah, you caused that yourself. I this hardwood, my jigsaw blades tends to go its own way sometimes, and so I'll have to do some filing on these. And I had the old wooden files, but I needed something a little bit more aggressive. So I looked online, and it had these Shinto rasp that everybody raves about, and how easy it moves wood. There's a coarse side and a fine side, and I invested in this because I think this would be a really good item for not only that, but when I'm gonna start making um, lute dulcimers, and the body of a lute and the fret thing of a dulcimer, and it'll be really easy to shape the necks. Plus, maybe a few guitar boxes and stuff like that, just to do it. And I like making box shamisen, which is gotans, which is gotan was the peasant version of shamisen. It was made of wood instead of the wood part with the skin over it. They they couldn't afford all that, so they basically just used wood, kind of like a box guitar. But I got that. Also got me some diamond sharpening stones. These have really good reviews on it. They go from 400 to 1200, and got me some honing solution for sharpening, because I got to start my chisels and stuff. I'm gonna experiment. I've done it before. Like I built a one of the first lyres I ever built was out of cherry. And what I did is I did that trick where you see people, they'll take a Forester bit and they'll drill a bunch of holes, then take a chisel and chisel what left in between the holes out, and then sand it down and dig out the bottom of the wood. Because this 4x4, this 4x4 thickness of this like cherry and all that is thick enough for me to just to make the body out of one piece instead of three pieces. I just have to hone that, to hollow out that part. I've done it with a router before. It's just so messy, man. It's just stuff everywhere, but it works. But the drilling the holes and then chiseling out works really well too. So it's just all time consuming. So just when you just go in that endeavor, you just have to charge a little bit more for the lyres than I usually charge. It just means more work. But when you enjoy what you're doing, it's not really work, is it? Anyway, I'm about to start working on a few projects. Finish my coffee. It's gonna be a pretty day. It's gonna be a warm day.